Okay, let's now look into the course structure and how the course looks like from the perspective of your programs you have selected. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to describe the structure of the course, one course of the semester. Again, you need a notebook and a pen to be able to note down your observations from the scenarios. Now, let's take time, 3 minutes, to go through this scenario. Imagine you want to cook your favorite meal. Maybe it's biryani, it's pilau, or even Ugari's fish. To get the best result, you need a recipe, which is basically a list of ingredients or the steps and procedures and the time needed to prepare each part. Now, if you skip one ingredient or one step, the outcome might change, as you know. Now, a university course works the same way. It has its own recipe, which is basically a course outline. So a course outline will show you the ingredients, the topics, the readings, the objectives you have to achieve, the outline, the content you have to go through, assessment methods, and even the delivery method. It will also show you the steps you have to take, so the lecture sessions, the activities you have to take, and even the learning outcomes you expect at the end of the course. Now, what do you think might happen if a student attends classes without ever checking the course outline, which is basically the recipe? Take your notebook and write down what you think would happen if a student enters the class without knowing what is going to happen, what are the cases, and what the lesson will be about. Yeah, I'm sure you might have written a number of points of what is very important and what needs you to concentrate on when you start your classes. Now, from the previous diagram, from the previous lesson, let's look into the Bachelor of Business Administration, BBA, and then make a reflection on the program. So as I said, this is a 3-year program having 2 semesters in each of the academic year. And in this program, when we speak about a course, it has its own structure and it has its own components. For example, year 1 of this program will consist of 2 semesters, semester 1 and semester 2. And each semester will be having maybe 4 to 8 courses. So some semesters will have 4, 5, some of them will have 6 to 7, and some will be 8 depending on the program you are taking. So it all depends on the program and how heavy it is. But again, for each course, you will have the course outline, which will be again a map that will be showing you what will be the course description, what will be the course outline, what will be the course objectives, what will be the course contents, what will be the delivery method, and the assessment method, and even the readings, the books you have to read, and the assignment you have to work. That will be provided to you at the beginning of the semester. It's important for you to go through that particular course outline and know exactly where your lecturer or your professor is at this point in time, so that you are able to follow the steps and be able to follow all along throughout the semester. So if you are taking one semester, it might be having 7 courses or 6 courses. Ensure that you have the 6 course outlines for each of the courses, so that you can be able to follow. You can be able to follow one by one along as you go and as the semester unfolds. And of course, you will have 15 weeks of classes from the first week all the way to the 15th week. And then at the end of the 15th week, we have 2 weeks that will be dedicated for university examinations or summative assessment. So assessment at the end of the semester. But along the line while you are studying across the 15 weeks, you have a number of assessments that will happen in between. It could be whether you're taking a quiz by your teacher in the classroom. It could be you are doing assignments where you have to make submit a document or a report of what you have been doing. It will be whether you have tests, which might be 2 or 3 tests in one semester. Or it could also be a project work, so a course project where you have to do some sort of a project at the end of the course, and then you could also make presentations depending on the setup of the course and how the lecturer wants you to do. At the end of all these activities, you sit for your university examination, which will take 2 weeks to complete for all the courses you have taken. So that is basically the structure of the course. What is really important for you is to know that you have to have a course outline that will guide you on what you have to achieve at the end of this course. So this marks the end of this session. In the next session, You focus more on how to gain the most from your courses, logging into the success stories and the success points that will get you along the course you are taking. Thank you.